Hi everyone, and welcome to the Late Night with KPI. My name is Sana Sefadin and I'm with Key Performance Ideas. So the intent of this video is actually to break down the monthly updates that you're receiving about PBCS. What we'll be doing is that we're going to be taking a closer look on how you can optimize the application with these new integrated tools. We'll be bringing in some amazing guests and some really experienced consultants to talk about how this fits into your budgeting, planning, and forecasting process. Especially since Oracle is going Avada Kedavra with its traditional interface, all the updates are really focusing on the Simplified Interface. And here we're going to break it down, make it really simple for you to understand what exactly is going on every month. Predictive planning. I know, you're probably thinking of the future when I say predictive planning. When I say future, I mean the Matrix. Neo sifting through all your historical data, trying to decipher your forecasting. But I assure you, it's more reliable than that. There's no machines trying to attack your historicals. Today we actually have Noah Neal that's going to be talking about how predictive planning works in the Simplified Interface. Here to talk to us a little bit more about predictive planning is my coworker, Noah Neal. Hey Noah, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you, Sana?
Good, thank you so much for stopping by, I really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me, I'm glad to be here.
So we're talking about predictive planning. Tell me a little bit more about it, what's going on with that?
Certainly, predictive planning is a functionality that's been around for some time with regards to Hyperion on-premises tools, so you could use it within the realm of SmartView and Excel to predict future values based on historical data. So you could look at things like forecasting out expenses data, revenue, costs, etc.
So what can you do it, or how does it look like when you're interacting with it on the Simplified Interface?
The Simplified Interface is really cool because you can leverage your existing forms within the web and from there compare against your existing forecast data.
So it's a pretty visual tool, am I right?
Certainly.
Something that I saw is, can you set like parameters, or can you set maybe like the best scenario or the worst scenario?
Yes, absolutely. You can look at things like best case, worst case scenario. You can modify your prediction range.
Okay.
And also do several other customizations as well for your modeling.
So once that happens, how can users use that information once they play around with it and see what the prediction looks like?
It's very valuable because you can enhance your forecast, maybe make it a little bit more robust. And also copy and paste the data as needed. Maybe you could have a separate scenario for prediction data as well. All part of the planning forecasting process.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon.
Thank you.
Dimension overview. For the longest time in PBCS, you really had to dig through the application to find the dimension properties and make some changes. You might have even felt like Stanley from Holes. But Oracle finally found the big treasure chest that we've been looking for all along. Now you can actually look at the dimension editor through Overview. Here to talk to me more about the dimension editor is my coworker, Cullen Caballero.
Hey, Sana.
Hi, Cullen. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this new update, the
Absolutely.
Dimension Overview.
Absolutely, yeah. So the Dimension Editor is really exciting that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, the Dimension Editor came out. It is everything that you need it to be inside of the web. So the comparison is today that in Dimension Editor, you can add members, but also move members and delete members, as well as do bulk updates with properties, member names, member aliases, all the other things that could previously be done only in SmartView Dimension Editor. If you've ever been familiar with the Grid Editor over in the web, it's very much the same.
And honestly, when you're doing a data validation, trying to make sure everything ties out, it's a quick, easy way to kind of look at what's going on in your dimension hierarchy.
And it's on the web, and it's with everything else that comes with the Simplified Interface. So you can do bulk updates as well as everything that we mentioned.
And I feel like Oracle is going to only make it better.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dashboarding. Are you tired of watching your executives fall asleep as you present your hard work that you did collecting all the budgeting and forecasting data? Well, you probably thought that, hey, why can't I make my data come alive? Well, fear not. You can also be like Mr. Geppetto. With the new dashboard capabilities, with the forms, you can actually visualize the data for the executives. And back again, we have my coworker, Noah Neal, gonna be talking a little bit more about dashboards. Thank you so much for popping by again.
Hi, Sana. Glad to be here.
So now we're talking about dashboards, something you're very familiar with. So why don't you give us a little rundown?
Absolutely. Dashboards are a very exciting functionality of planning and budgeting as a cloud service, as well as EPBCS. In a nutshell, the dashboard can consist of a number of different visuals, including charts, different types of charting for maybe it's a bar chart, pie chart, all sorts of stuff, as well as URLs and commentary and traditional forms. We think that this is going to be very, very valuable to executives, people like the CFO, and other executives in the company for visualizing their data and interacting with it as well.
So could you give us a little rundown on how that's possible? How are users supposed to access this and make this possible?
Absolutely. From an application standpoint, it's very easy to access. It's a button within PBCS or EPBCS. The user can just go in, click the button, see their dashboard, and what's exciting is from a design standpoint, the user can actually input multiple types of charts within one dashboard.
Okay.
All of which is built upon, most of the time, data forms.
Okay, very cool. So it's like a dynamic utility, visualizing data, great for executives.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming by again. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon, hopefully, in the other videos to come.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that was a quick highlight of what we've seen in the monthly updates so far in 2017. If you like this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. And if you have maybe some topics you want to explore about the application, leave a comment. We'll do another video about it. So stay tuned for more updates.